So made this hammock stand yesterday evening and last night. I started working probably about 8 p.m. and got done about 3 in the morning. It's massive. I bought that other little just kind of indoor stand, and it works for a little single person hammock. But I wanted something that would hold my bridge hammock. And I have realized that that's kind of a pain. So this is the REI Quarter Dome Air. And it's, with the suspension on it, it's so long. Like I can't get this really down much shorter. I mean, you can see how many times I wrapped the strap around the top, and their version of these whoopee sling kind of things are about as short as they go. So anyway, I messed around with different ideas and came up with this idea where it's actually got space in the middle to where you can hang a longer hammock. So instead of hanging directly over this piece like you see in a lot of the kind of the wooden DIY hammock stands, so I thought I'd spread it out and have some space in the middle. So yeah, learned a lot, trial and error. I put it together without these supporting pieces here and the one down there, and only had this back piece right here on it. So when I first set it up, put on just a regular, just a regular gathered in hammock, and it was fine. Put this one on there, sat down and sunk all the way, and then heard cracking and ripping and hit the ground. I was only a couple inches from the ground, but got up, and I wasn't smart and really hadn't thought about that right here. These kind of busted out of the wood right here. This one's not too bad, but so I rethought the design, put some supports on the inside, which made a lot more sense for structural reasons, and it was real wobbly. Put those extra supports in there, one across there, which I'll probably change that. That was really just there for construction purposes so that I could lay the thing on its side, back on the other side to screw everything all together. So I might change that, because my first lay in it yesterday, after I redid all this stuff, I sat in and laid down and hit my back on that. So I'm still almost right above the ground. So I finally got it to a point where I think it's tightened enough that I don't actually hit the ground, and it's much sturdier than it was. Most of the joints are hooked together with just these lag bolts or hex screws, you want to call them. I did make it so I can change the angle. You can see those holes right there and there. So right here, this is a 45-degree angle, so I can move it here and here to, increase that angle, increase, decrease, whatever you want to say. So brings those closer together. Wouldn't really work for this, but maybe, for the other hammocks. So anyway, it's huge. I'm calling it my Viking warship. It's about 17 feet and a couple inches across. So it was quite a project, but not too bad. Honestly, it does sag quite a bit when I still get in. I think that's just the flaw of this style of design, since there's nothing across the top to keep it from coming together. So I might take some straps when I put this out in the yard, and just put some guy lines kind of a thing, some straps around here down to the ground, and stake it down on both sides to just add some stability, keeps it down, won't compress quite as much, and then maybe I can actually put a tarp on it. So anyway, there you go. There's my first adventure in a DIY hammock stand, and yeah, learned a lot along the way. Definitely learned some lessons in geometry and physics, that's for sure. So enjoy.